Taurus, Gemini, to your love reading for September. Hope you friends are doing great out there. If you friends like this, please like and subscribe. Okay, everyone, let's see what's going on in love. Best message, please. Having some challenges with some inner feelings when it comes to a certain situation, when it comes to this partner. This partner could be a Cancer, Pisces, or a Scorpio. It doesn't have to be. But it does feel like, and it could just be your card as well, of just feeling like no matter what the situation is, your inner feelings, something is going awry over here. And it just feels like there's kind of a round that you guys are having at this time. So if you guys are kind of having this kind of spat that's going round and round and round and round, it's almost like they're not listening maybe to your inner feelings about a certain situation. Okay, so it does feel like no matter what it is, you are kind of doing it all when it comes to this one particular situation. Maybe you're carrying all the weight within the relationship. Maybe you are carrying all the emotions. Maybe you're feeling like they're very, non-emotional at this time. So however it is, it does feel like there is something that's kind of out of balance that, you're trying to get back into balance and wanting to release those inner emotions, wanting to release this situation when it comes to this particular situation with them. Okay, so it could even have something to do with finances. Maybe you're spouting about having to, not enough money. Where's the money going? Things like that. Maybe there's just a lack of inner feelings because maybe they don't have a job. However it is. But for a lot of you, it does feel like it might have something to do with resources. Lack of stability, something of this nature. It doesn't have to be. If it's not that, guys, then it's just, this is where I'm not feeling stable in my emotions. Something has really stirred up the emotions when it comes to this relationship, about whatever situation you guys are going through, right? So you could feel like there's just, with the Ten of Pentacles, it could just be, there's a big elephant standing in the roof. I don't, in the room, right? Excuse me, on the roof. Yeah, on the roof. They have you on the ceiling, right? But definitely feeling like you are, and you could even feel like whatever this situation is, it's standing between the two of you, right? This is what's in the way. And so every time that you come to address this situation, right, it just feels like, oh, am I the only one that's like caring about this situation? Are you ignoring this situation? Are you ignoring me? Okay, so there does seem to be that situation going on where you're just looking for peace and harmony within this situation. So, okay. So let's clarify on this situation real fast when it comes to the Wheel of Fortune and the Ten of Wands. Just kind of clarifying on that situation for you. Yes, this is where you're just feeling like you need to gather a little more strength. Maybe you feel they need to gather some more strength. Maybe you want to see more strength out of them. Maybe you would like to see them do something except for just cause conflict or ignore the situation, right? So, yeah, it's real. Yeah, feeling like there it is, ignoring again. Feeling like they're ignoring the situation. You're doing it all. You know what? Why aren't you, speaking out? Why are you not nurturing this? Why are you not involving yourself within this situation? So we can kind of see this is the reason why they're not wanting to put out that pinnacle, put out that work, put out that word. Right? So you could even feel like, they're just kind of unfair, right? So there's a lot of dissatisfaction when it comes to this situation. You guys could be dealing with a Capricorn and they're just feeling very dissatisfied with this whole situation. Not like anybody's liking it, right? You're not liking it. They're not liking it. So it does look like you guys, they just want to kind of move past this situation. Looks like that's what they're trying to do. I just feel like they want to just kind of push it under the rug, and this is why they're not going to really take care of the situation because, you know what? I just want to move past it. I don't want to talk about it. Either, you or them, right? But it looks like that's them. So let's see kind of what they're doing over here when it comes to you and this situation this month. Time is fluid, so this could be going on a little bit, before this message got to you. Could be happening right now. Could be happening in the near future. So take it how it resonates. But they can clearly see what the situation is. Oh, they're definitely aware of the situation. right? Even if you're saying, God, are you even aware of what's going on? Or are you just totally ignoring me? Oh no, they're aware. In fact, they're in high priestess mode. They're so, understanding to the situation. But it's almost like they have this, this knowledge of what the relationship is like with you. And so it just feels like it's kind of unbreakable to them. Okay, with the high priestess, it's kind of like they're in the knowledge of this love. They understand what's going on within the situation, right? But they're not going to speak up, right? So they know that this is really kind of unspoken between the two of you, and they don't have any problems. They don't have any problems having this because they're not really 100% ready to open up and have this discussion. Like I said, they want to kind of sweep it under the rug and ignore the situation. It's almost like they're just ready. It's almost like they're getting ready for their own floodgates to open when they want to do it, right? And they could definitely be the Queen of Pentacles. I have the Queen of Pentacles twice. So they are saying, no, I'm nurturing enough, and I see that you're nurturing enough. I just don't want to do this right now. I just don't want to do this. Same thing, right? I just don't want to do this. I want to look at other opportunities. I want to look at other things. And hey, you want to speak about this? You're talking to yourself. So you might feel like you're talking to a wall, right? Because they want this new beginning. Like I said, they just want to kind of just push this over, and say, hey, well, whatever. You take care of it then. They are feeling down about the situation, and they see that you're definitely down about the situation as well. And they see the negativity, and they definitely do see that this is, bringing a wedge between the two of you. But in their eyes, the way I'm seeing it, is in their eyes, if we don't completely acknowledge the situation and don't give it too much attention, it will dissipate. It will go away. Okay, I just did this reading for somebody. I literally just did this reading. Who was this reading for? I literally just did this reading for someone, you guys. Who was that? You could be dealing with that sign. Who was it? Let's ignore it. God, I hope it wasn't you for the beginning of the month, because I've done this reading before. This is very, very familiar. But I don't remember who it was. I don't know if it was for you or a Libra sign for the beginning of the month, or was it the love reading? I don't know, but this reading is very familiar. Let's just push it under the rug and pretend it doesn't exist. I don't know if it was you or not. We do this reading for September 5th through the 11th. Get out of your this was kind of like get out of the comfy place and take action. I don't know if that's the same reading. My God, this feels so familiar. I wish I remembered, guys. I have them written down, but because of the way that they're written with titles, I don't always remember. I have 24 signs that I do. I can't remember exactly who it was, but this reading is so familiar. Like deja vu familiar. Like I just did this. Who was doing this? Who was this? If you guys know that this was your reading from the 5th through the 11th, boy, is it coming in strong. Like they definitely do, right? Like they definitely do not want to deal with this situation. I'm actually praying it's not the same reading from the 5th through 11th, because I don't like doing the same readings. But I mean, when the energy is that strong, it could happen. I hate when that happens, though, because it'll feel like you're getting the same reading twice. That will so suck. If you guys know that that's what's going on, let me know so I can make a note of that, so we can channel something else. Yeah. And if it wasn't, then it was another sign. But boy, I tell you, this is so familiar. Yeah, because once again, they just feel like this is very unfair. They feel that you're seeing the unfairness to the situation. But they don't think that there's anything that they can really do. So they don't really want to take the accountability for the situation, because they don't feel like there's anything really to account for. See, for them, guys, the whole point for them is, even if we bring it to the light, what the hell is going to make the difference, right? There's something going on that's not 100%, like they feel it's not 100% fixable, right? So it's almost like you're kind of punishing it's almost like they're saying, well, Libra, Scorpio, you're kind of punishing yourself, by continuing to keep bringing this situation up. We need to let go of it, right? That's what they're trying to say. That's literally what I'm getting out of this. And remember, roles could be changed, right? So it could be vice versa. But that's really what they're saying. So let's see over here what the situation is. Only a few cards. Yeah, they just want the happiness of the 10 of coins. So funny, you guys have the same coin. Look, you're getting the Queen of Pentacles in reverse and the 10 of Pentacles in reverse. And they're getting the Queen of Pentacles in right side up and the 10 of Pentacles right side up. So you guys are definitely mirroring each other. That is so crazy. So definitely, yeah. And they're saying, oh, can we just have this happiness? Can we just have this togetherness? Can we just nurture the situation? Stop talking about this same situation? But definitely over here, it's almost like somebody does not want to be accountable for the situation, or they don't think that there is anything to be accountable for. But you're saying over here, you're not helping out in the situation. And they're saying, well, do you see what's going on? Mirror, mirror, guys, mirror, mirror. It's very crazy. So with the Fool over here, you have the Sun, and of course you have the Sun behind the Fool. So it's saying they just want this brand new beginning. They just want to, just continue to keep going, keep planning, keep exploring the opportunities. Just keep, going strong over here. Let's not worry about all these red flags. Let's not worry about this elephant in the room. Let's not worry about this wedge. It will take care of itself. Oh my gosh. That's it. I can't fix it. I'm going to let it take care of itself. I think that was a Leo reading. This might be dealing with a Leo. So crazy. It's almost like I'm saying the same thing over. Anyways, with the Sun, and now they have the Sun, and they're saying you have the Sun upside down. You're seeing the darker side of the situation where they just want to see the bright side, right? So it's, like I said, mirror, mirror in different ways. So they're saying, no, there's a lot of love, and, over here, I just want to love. They're saying, I just want to love, and be a part of this situation. I don't want to worry. And then the Justice with the Justice. So yeah, where you're feeling like this is kind of unfair, where you're feeling like you're taking on all the responsibility, they're saying you're taking on too much accountability for the situation, almost to the point to where they feel like you're punishing yourself for something that's not going to 100% work. So they're saying just get balanced and don't worry about the situation. It'll all become clear. It will all fix itself. It will definitely become fair in the end. And that's what they truly believe, whether that's the truth or not. Right? That's just what they see. That's how they're seeing the situation. They're saying, no, everything's going to be fine in this love situation. Everything's going to work out. There it is. With the High Priestess, they have the third eye open. They're saying, no, my intuition says that as long as we're taking action and we believe that this is going to work, everything's going to be fine. That's how they're seeing this situation. They think you don't have enough faith within the situation. Right? Let's see how you see them really fast using these cards. It's very interesting. You just want them to have the clarity and the belief of the understanding of how things need to transform and what's really going on within this situation. You don't think that they're really listening to the bigger picture over here. So even though they do have their third eye open, it's almost like you guys are like in this kind of battle over here of who's right and who's wrong within the situation, but you both are listening to intuition, yet you can't sit on the same page, so you're like need to change your focus. So you think that they should change their focus to understanding what's going on, but they're saying they already understand. I think the biggest problem here in this reading is lack of communication. So I am really there with you on this one, Libra, Scorpio, because I really do. I see your partner's side. I really do. 100. It's almost like you both are right. This is what's crazy with this. It's almost like you're both right, but you guys need to come together. But I think that's what that's the whole point of the story, isn't it? Why aren't you coming to communicate with me? And they're saying because there's nothing to communicate. They just believe that this cannot 100% be fixed the way you think you can fix it or something like that, which is causing this like rift, causing this wedge. Because you guys are seeing it so differently. But if I agree though, if you guys just come together and share your intuitive thoughts, share the clarity of the understanding with each other instead of them just trying to sweep it under, then maybe you would have an understanding of how they're really seeing the situation. That way you can have a plan, you can have the focus, you can have the thank you spirit, the closure to the situation and get down to the situation, right? Because yeah, there will be the return of this situation. That situation is never really 100% going to go away, right? And they're saying, well, you love me enough to listen to what is going on, right? I understand I'm your light, right? But you have to understand that, we have to accept it for what it's worth and accept each other for what it's worth. But it's kind of like, okay, that's great and all, but how is that going to fix the problem? How is that going to, yes, thank you. Spirit says changes will be made within this situation. Things need to be changed. And if we don't change these situations, it's just going to keep coming back as some kind of karmic cycle. Oh boy, guys. Yeah, I see that though. So yeah, it's not just about releasing the situation. It's kind of crazy because it's almost like they just want to release it and let it go, let it flow. But you're saying, but this isn't that kind of situation. You're saying no, because then it comes back. Don't they realize that it's something that it's just like if we don't do something about it, it always returns to wedge itself between us. So it's not just something you just let go. It's something that actually needs to be spoken about, something that needs to be, exactly. It needs to have its judgment call. It needs to be looked at. It needs to be wisely taken care of, right? Yeah, absolutely. And I understand. Yeah, it's just really kind of crazy. I totally get it. Yep, I see that. And with a relationship like this, guys, where I actually see so much love and so much compassion within the situation, the way that they see you and the way you see them, it's just kind of a shame. But you know what? We all go through our ups and downs, right? You deserve love. You are lovable. We all have our ups and downs, right? Every relationship has them. It's just about how we're going to fix it to where it doesn't become such a rift that it actually drives a wedge so far in, around us that it actually splits us, right? Because you guys are soulmates. You guys will work this out. Okay, there is true love around here, right? It's just, I think that when it comes to keeping an open mind, it's more like keeping an open mind about how we're going to get through this situation. How are we going to speak about this? You want to speak about it. They don't want to speak about it. So that's, Yep, I see that. Okay, guys, till next time. Peace and love.